Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm gonna be bringing to you another video that I wanted to share a long time ago, but I thought maybe to do it today. Today we are discussing about me, things that I wish I knew before getting married to a Turkish man. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss this one. My little girl, she's here. She's gonna be making some noise, and you know, Joe. So you're gonna bear with me if you hear some background noise. Hi up. Things that I wish I knew before getting married to a Turkish man. Now, I'm a Kenyan. I'm married to a Turkish man. We have a family here. We have been together for almost 5 years now in Turkey, and I want to share my experiences, things that I wish I knew before getting married to a Turkish man. Okay, now let's dive in without wasting time. Now, the very first thing I want to share with you is about, I wish I knew Turkish families are so tied together. Like, family is important. Okay, because I'm not saying that in Kenya we don't have the tightness in terms of actually family values, but I realize that Turkish family, they have another way of actually being together. For instance, when you get married, if it is a son who is getting married, he will still consider his parents like to be part of the family, in terms of even the arrangement of the marriage, in terms of actually just doing everything, involving them so much. Even in the decision of marriage, still we have parents who are actually involved. And sometimes we have even arranged marriages here in Turkey, whereby a mother, or maybe mostly mother or aunties or a sister, can actually find you a wife, or if you are a girl, they can find you a man. And these things are still existing in here in Turkey. So I wish I knew that family ties are so close. Okay, and when I talk about these things, I mean like in terms of taking care of your parents. You can see that, you can find that there is a man who is married, he has kids, but he's still taking care of the parents, in terms of paying the bills, in terms of providing for them, in terms of being together. I wish I knew this before even getting married. I'm not saying that it is a bad thing, but I just feel like they are so too much close together. For instance, you must make sure that if you are getting married to a Turkish person, you must make sure that, or you must be aware that you're going to be spending a lot of time with the parents, spending a lot of time. And I'm not just saying that 1 day or 2 days, but it is something that you're going to be doing on a daily basis, especially if you are living together or very close together. You're going to be taking some time, some few hours, just sitting together with the parents, the elderly parents, drinking chai, eating some sunflower seeds or maybe some seeds, and helping them out. So it is something that they are doing, and it is there. And even right now, I just came from my mother-in-law place. They live downstairs, we live upstairs, so we are still close together. Sometimes we normally have family meetings, in terms of actually eating together, dining together, having breakfast together. So it is a common thing here in Turkey. Maybe if you are not aware, you should be aware. You're gonna be meeting very much, like you're gonna be interacting with the parents so much. Okay, so that is the very first thing. Okay, now when I talk about something I wanted to note also, it is that I wish I knew that in Turkey, or maybe the second one, in Turkey we still have gender roles thing, like it's still there. Like we still have that thing of whereby men are still feeling superior. Should I use the word superior, or maybe men dominance? Let me just say dominance, in terms of actually men dominating most of the places. And also we still have those stuff in terms of gender roles. Okay, whereby women, even if you are working, you are still considered a person who should be taking care of the kids, taking care of their home, arranging everything in their home, knowing where and what to do, especially if when it comes to kids, when it comes to food, when it comes to cleaning, when it comes to decision making in the house, mostly they are women, okay? And the men are still considered to be the providers who go outside, maybe if they are working in offices or businesses or whatever they are doing. Men are considered to be the sole providers in terms of actually providing, going outside, bringing food for their family, and also making sure that the family is well kept in terms of actually providing for them, providing for the wife. Even if the wife is working, the man is still going to provide. And I have seen a lot of families, I'm not sure, but I have seen that in Turkey there is nothing like 50-50, unless if it is there, it is being done. But on my side, I have seen a lot of, maybe from my side and also from my friends, it is the men who are providing. There is nothing like 50-50, or because you're working you should pay the bills for the kids, or you should do this and this. If they agree, then it is just something that they have agreed. But legally and traditionally, not legally, traditionally, it is the men who take that role to actually provide for the family, pay the bills, do blah blah blah. So it is just something that is still there. And in terms of, even when it comes to male dominance, like it is the men who have a say in terms of work. They get the most high paid jobs in terms of actually, even in government, they get the highest what we call the positions, okay? So we still have that thing. I wish I knew, and I wish I knew that in Turkey those things still exist. Those days I didn't know, but right now I know that gender roles and also male dominance is so common in Turkey. So that is the very second thing that I wish I knew, okay? I wish I knew that in Turkey we still have the customs and the etiquette in terms of actually following their tradition when it comes to greetings, when it comes to obeying the elders. For instance, when you are entering a Turkish home, you must remove your shoes, okay? It's not common to see people just coming in your house with their shoes. Maybe they have come outside, the shoes are dirty, they are just marching on the carpets, and it is not common. Turkish people, they still hold their Turkish cultures in terms of cleanness, in terms of welcoming the guest. When the guests come, you have to say, if you are the one who is hosting, you have to greet them and tell them hoş geldiniz. Hoş geldiniz means welcome. You have to provide something for them to show that you are welcoming them in your home. And in most cases it is in terms of tea. You serve them tea or some coffee. And by the way, when they are seated, before serving anything, you have to make sure that you are asking them, would you like to drink some tea or some coffee? Okay, don't just go rush and make. No, it is a norm, or it is a custom, or it is something that I have seen here in commonly being done. You just have to ask them, what do you want to prefer? Do you prefer juice? Do you prefer chai? Do you prefer coffee? Do you prefer Nescafe? Whatever you have in the house, you can ask them, okay? When you give them, or when you serve them something like chai or something like tea, they're gonna see that you are actually appreciating their presence, and also you are welcoming them in their homes. So that is the thing that I wanted to share, that I wish I knew. We still have those things in Turkey. Coming to my fourth, I think it is my fourth point, it is that Turkish culture is something that you cannot avoid. They still have those cultures in terms of traditional cultures, in terms of weddings, in terms of circumcisions, in terms of a lot of just the common things, okay? They still hold their cultures. Just as the way we Kenyans, we have our cultures, Turkish people also hold their values in terms of cultures. And when you attend maybe their traditional Turkish weddings, you will understand, or you will see a lot of things being performed, like a bride maybe breaking a pot. Those are just traditions, things. Maybe they still hold that culture in terms of putting some salt in the Turkish coffee during their engagement. It is something that it is so good, especially if you're a foreigner. You might feel like, what are they doing even? What is wrong with these people? But they still have their culture, which should be respected if you are aiming at living in Turkish family. Okay, so that is something that I wanted to note, okay? Now the following thing, or the next one, is a common thing, and also it is a big one, because it can either build or break your relationship. and that is language barrier. I wish I knew language barrier can be a hindrance in many ways, in terms of family wise, in terms of communication, in terms of getting even a job, in terms of navigating through everything. It is a very big thing, and maybe to be on a safe side, you must try to learn Turkish, okay? Yes, so language is a barrier. Like they mostly they are Turkish people. They speak Turkish, their national language. And if you are getting married to, especially those that have not been modernized in terms of actually knowing other languages, it can be very big a problem and an hindrance. So you must make sure that you're learning the local language, which is Turkish, before actually even engaging in the relationship. Or maybe if the person is well enough, you can actually, both of you can learn each other language. He can learn English, or depending on the language that you are comfortable using. So it is a common thing. It can either build or break your relationship. Okay, so that's something that I wish I knew before, because when I came to Turkey, I thought maybe everybody will be talking English, or maybe I thought English, there is a common language, like in terms of English, international language, everybody will understand, but that's not the case. Not everybody speaks Turkish here, English here. Rather, they speak most of the time Turkish. So I had to learn, and right now in a position whereby I can actually firmly communicate, even though I'm not fluent, but averagely I can explain myself. If something happens, I can be able to explain myself. I can greet people, I can talk, I can go to the market alone and do my shopping. I know how much I should pay, and you cannot con me. Okay, if you're a Turkish person, you cannot con me. Okay. Something else, it is in terms of actually communication, and I wish I knew Turkish people are so direct in terms of communication. Even when you are dating, they are so quick and so direct in terms of actually just telling you if they love you. They're gonna just tell you even within a few weeks of dating or maybe knowing each other. They're gonna be planning how you're gonna be getting married and the wedding and the stuff. So they are so common in terms of actually they are so direct in terms of communication. This might sound like rude to other people, especially if you don't know that person well, and the person just start talking about stuff like marriage, about how he loves you. You might feel not insecure, but you might feel like it is a rude, or maybe it's not something good. But for them, they are just direct. Okay, when they plan, it is a wedding, it is a wedding. When they plan, they want to love you, it is loving you. Okay, they don't beat around or take too much time like the Western people normally, when you go with someone dating for years without proposing, without even taking this person to the parents. They are so common in terms of, they're so direct in terms of communication. So that is something I wish I knew before actually dating a Turkish person. Okay. Now, something else I wish I knew is that in some cases they might have some family dynamics in terms of actually problems. When you visit Turkish families and sit together with them, you will find that there are so many problems in terms of actually family differences, and in most cases this comes into maybe it exists, or maybe it happens, especially where money is involved and jealousy is involved, whereby you'll find that we have a lot of problems, breakups, divorce, people doing a lot of bad things to each other in terms of actually family differences. Maybe you find that a sister is not communicating with the brother, maybe a person is not communicating with their parents because they have differed in one way or another. So we have also those dynamics in terms of actually problems, in terms of actually not speaking to each other, not communicating. There are so many problems when it comes to family that I don't want even to mention, or maybe to go deeper, but just know that in Turkey we also have those problems when it comes to families. Okay. Something else to do with families, I have to also tell you, or maybe let you know, that not everybody in Turkey is a good person, and not everybody or not every man is a good man. Okay, we have also those bad men who do a lot of bad things to women. We have also those young boys who don't get married to you even after proposing, or maybe even after engaging. We have those boys who kill or maybe do stuff to women. There's so many things that are happening. So I wish I knew these things exist in Turkey. Okay, so you must be aware of the person that you are dating. If you're dating a person, just know where that person is coming from, the intention of that person, because we still have those things that are happening, even scamming you, even getting money from you, doing a lot of bad things. I'm not scaring you, but these things. Now I want to finish the video because my little girl, she's not resting, but I have to finish the video by saying that in general, Turkish people are actually, in terms of being so social, in terms of being hospital, is in terms of generosity, being like practicing hospitality, in terms of welcoming people or welcoming people in their families. I find them so much into that, and it is just something I wish I knew before getting married to a Turkish person, because guest or welcoming people is something you're gonna be encountering each and every time wherever you go. So that is something that you should also be aware. Otherwise, I'm gonna take care of my little girl until next time again. If you're finding my videos like valuable, please do me one favor, subscribe to my channel, guys. Let's take this channel to 10k subscribers this month. I'm hoping so. Otherwise, I'm gonna say görüşürüz in Turkish, and it means goodbye. See you later.